Good morning, welcome back to Breakfast Television. Thanks for starting your day with us. Want to head over to our live you'll find it at 42 Spears Road, where Wilderness Supply is getting you ready for camping. And our buddy Drew Kozub's looking at what you need to do to make sure you're prepped for the season. Morning, Drew.
Good morning. So if you want to take advantage of the camping season this year and maximize your time, you need to start planning things out right now.
Definitely, yes. Okay, so what do you need to do?
Okay, so the camping gear that you've had stored underneath the stairs, that sleeping bag, if it's downfilled especially, you need to lay it out flat so that the feathers inside of there get their loft back. That's going to keep you a lot warmer. The tent, even though it's still a long ways off, you want to set it up now so that it can start airing out. If you're airing it out inside, it might need about a day to air out, but while you're airing that thing out, you want to check to see if there's any seams that are leaking or any patches that you need to take care of. And then when you put it back, this is really important, don't do the neat folding roll thing so it looks beautiful. Stuff it into the bag. And that's going to help to make sure that when you are ready for camping season, there's no unexpected cracks or leaks in your tent.
Oh, that's a good tip.
Yeah.
I never think about that.
So some good things to do with your existing gear, but let's say you want to maximize that camping season and get a jump start early. You don't necessarily have to buy all new stuff. You can buy a couple of things to enhance your current gear. And tell us a little bit more about that. We have Buffy Cowton. You are the equipment expert here. Let's start with sleeping bags. I've got a great sleeping bag. I spent a lot of money on it, but maybe it's just a little bit too cold out still to use it. What can I do to my sleeping bag to make sure I'm getting just that little extra bit of warmth?
Well, it's great if you've got a summer weight bag, or if you just know from experience that you sleep a little bit cold, you need something a bit warmer. You can buy a sleeping bag liner like this.
Okay.
It's a fairly inexpensive purchase. They come in a couple of different fabrics and different ideas, but it'll add about 5 to 10 degrees of warmth to your bag.
No kidding, and this is just like, this is a really, really thin sleeve, so to enhance the temperature that much, this sounds really great. Plus, if you want to change it up and have a different color for your sleeping bag, you're like, man, when I bought this, red was the color. This is now chance to be like blue. That's 2013.
Chance to have a little fashion in the outdoors.
I like it. So we've taken care of the sleeping bag. Let's talk about our bodies, because if we have a really great, nice, expensive spring jacket that we've invested in, we don't have to buy a whole new special one to have early spring camping, right?
No, you probably have a raincoat with you. Most people do. That's great. You can actually turn that windproof, waterproof raincoat into a really good spring jacket just by layering some insulation layer underneath it. Something that's going to cut the wind right down but keep you even warmer. You don't need to buy a whole new jacket just because you're going out in the spring instead of the summer.
Now, we were talking a little bit about what the most important thing would be if we're trying to stay warm the camping season. I figured that it was the sleeping bag, but you said that's not the case, right?
It's not the case. At least as important as the sleeping bag, if not more, is what you're sleeping on.
Okay.
Now, we think of a thermarest or a different kind of sleeping pad as being just for comfort. And it is for comfort, that's great. But also, keeping you off the ground like that is the most important factor to keeping you warm.
No kidding. So, and not all sleeping pads are built the same. So you want one that's going to give you maybe a little bit of extra height and a little bit of extra protection?
Well, you want to think of a couple of things. First of all, if you're worried about warmth, make sure your sleeping pad is a full-length sleeping pad that covers all the way from the tip of your head to the tip of your toes. Don't let any part of your body be on the ground because that'll leach the heat out. The second is, if you're looking at buying a sleeping pad and warmth is a factor, check for something called the R value.
R value?
R, like the letter R. It should be listed right on the sleeping pad that you're buying. The higher the number, the warmer it's going to keep you. So a summer weight might only be 1 or 2 in the R value, and then for winter you get up to 5 and 6 and higher.
Okay, so the R value. If you want to sound like an expert, come in here and be like, I'm looking for a nice sleeping pad, but I want to have a good R value. If you want more information on the stuff that they have here at Wilderness Supply, just go to our website at breakfasttelevision.ca, because they can help you enjoy the camping season and have a wonderful outdoor experience. We're taking a quick break on BT. More to come later this morning on City.